You are your most valuable asset. Your life, your potential, and your possibilities are the most precious things you have. So, your great goal in life should be to fulfill that potential and become everything you are capable of becoming. Your ability to learn, grow, and fulfill your potential is unlimited. Today, people are graduating from high school and colleges in their 70s, learning new subjects and developing new capabilities. Your ability to learn and remember can continue throughout your life if you keep your brain alive, alert, and functioning at its best. Your most precious financial asset is your earning ability. Your ability to work is your primary source of cash throughout your life. You could lose your home, your car, your bank account, and everything you own, but as long as you have your earning ability, you can earn it all back and even more in the months and in years ahead. Most people don't realize this. They take their earning ability for granted, but it has taken you your entire life to develop your earning ability. Every bit of education, experience, and hard work that you have invested in learning your craft and developing your skills has gone into building this asset. Your earning ability is very much like a muscle. It can increase in strength and power year by year as a result of regular exercise. Likewise, the opposite is true too. If left alone or ignored, your earning ability, like your muscles, can become weaker or even decline because you've simply failed to upgrade it continually. In other words, your earning ability can be either an appreciating or a depreciating asset. An appreciating asset is something that grows in value and cash flow every year as a result of continual investment and improvement. A depreciating asset, on the other hand, is something that loses value over time and finally reaches the point at which it is written off, being of little or no further value. The choice is yours as to whether your earning ability is increasing or decreasing month by month and year by year. See yourself as the president of your own personal services corporation. Imagine that you were going to take your company public on the stock market. Would you recommend your company as a growth stock continually increasing its value and earning ability each year? Or would you describe your company as one that's leveled off in the marketplace, that is not really going anywhere in terms of increased value and income? Would you recommend stock in your company as an excellent investment? Why or why not? As I mentioned in one of my videos, that 80-20 rule applies to income. The top 20% of people in our society earn and control 80% of the assets. According to Forbes, Fortune, Business Week, Wall Street Journal, IRS, and by many estimates, the top 1% control as much as 33% of the assets. The most interesting discovery in income inequality is that most millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires are first generation. They started with little or nothing, and from that point they began to do something different with their time and their lives, and as a result, they put themselves squarely onto the upward escalator of financial success. Very often you see people who don't seem to be as intelligent or talented as you are, who are nonetheless accomplishing remarkable things with their lives. There is nothing that will make you angrier than to see someone who seems to be dumber than you doing better than you. But how can this be? The answer is simple. At a certain point in their lives, they realized that the key to success was personal and professional growth. It was a dedication to lifelong learning. The good news is that almost every important skill is learnable. Every business skill is learnable. Everyone who is proficient in any area of business was at one time completely ignorant in that area. Every sales skill is learnable. Every top salesperson was once a beginning salesperson and unable to make a call or even close a sale. All money-making skills are learnable as well. Starting point of your moving upward and onward toward becoming one of the most competent, most respected, and highest paid people in your field is simple. Just make a decision. It is said that every major change in your life comes about when your mind collides with a new idea and then you make a decision to do something different. You make a decision to complete your education, upgrade your skills, or get into a good college. You make a decision to start a new business. You make a decision to take a particular job or start a particular career. You make a decision to invest your money in a particular way. And especially, you make a decision to be the best in your field. Many people say that they would like to be happy, healthy, thin, rich, but wishing and hoping are not enough. You have to make a firm, unequivocal decision that you are going to pay any price and go any distance in order to achieve the goals you have set for yourself. You have to make that decision and then burn your mental bridges behind you. When you decide to be one of the best people in your field, look around you and identify the people who are already at the top. What characteristics do they have in common? How do they plan and organize their days? How do they dress? How do they walk? How do they talk? And how do they behave with one another? What books do they read? How do they spend their spare time? Who do they associate with? What courses have they taken? What audio programs do they listen to in their cars? These are just a few questions you should ask in order to find out what successful people are doing that you might also need to do. Your selection of the right role models can have an enormous impact on your future. Your natural tendency is to adopt the attitudes, the styles of dress, opinions, lifestyle of the people with whom you identify and associate most of the time. If your goal is to be in the top 20% of the money makers in your field, the first thing you need to do is find out what people in the top 20% are earning today. This information is available. Just ask around, check industry statistics, go on to Google. You can find this information if you look for it. But once you know the income target at which you're aiming, write it down as your goal. Then make a plan to achieve this level of income and work on it. Never stop until you reach it. The secret to high income in business and sales is quite simple. Learn and do. Like jacking up a car, you improve one notch at a time. Each time you learn and practice a new skill, you rack it up your earning ability and it locks in. To guarantee your lifelong success, make a decision today to invest 3% of your income back into yourself. This seems to be a magic number for lifelong learning. According to the American Society for Training and Development, this is the percentage that most profitable 20% of the companies in every industry invest in the training and development of their staff. So decide today to invest 3% of your income into yourself in order to make yourself an appreciating asset to continually increase your earning ability. If your annual income goal is $50,000, resolve to invest 3% of that amount or $1,500 back into yourself each year to maintain and upgrade your knowledge and skills. If your income goal is $100,000, resolve to invest $3,000 per year back into yourself to ensure that you reach that level of income. How long does it take to achieve mastery in your field? According to the experts, the acquisition of mastery requires about 7 years or 10,000 hours of hard work. It takes 7 years to become a master salesperson. It takes 7 years to become a successful business person. It takes 7 years to become an excellent diesel mechanic. It takes 7 years to become an excellent brain surgeon. It seems to take 7 years or 10,000 hours of hard work to get to the top of any field. So you might as well get started today. The time is going to pass anyway. The starting point of your achieving mastery is for you to commit to excellence. I have never met a person who made a decision to get into top 20% in their field who did not eventually achieve it. And I never met a person who got there having not made that decision. Making the decision and then following it up with continuous, purposeful, disciplined action is essential. According to Geoffrey Colvin in his best-selling book, Talent is Overrated, most people learn how to do their job in the first year and then they never get any better. They just coast in their jobs. But the only direction you can coast is downhill. Many people who work away at a job for many years and never rise above the average. They will do their job from 8 to 5, but they will never lift a little finger to upgrade their skills. They will not invest any time learning their craft unless their company pays for extra training or gives them the time off to take it. The average person does only an average job and as a result, he earns an average income and worries about money all his life. He never realizes that often there is only a thin veil that separates the average person from the excellent person. The fact is that if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. No one stays in the same place for long. So don't stick to your primary income. Seek for secondary. It has been calculated that all you need to invest about is 2 extra hours per day to move from the average to the superior. Only 2 extra hours each day will move you from worrying about money all your life to being one of the highest paid people in your field. People immediately ask, where am I going to get an extra 2 hours each day? It's simple. Take a piece of paper and do the following simple calculation. Now, calculate the number of hours in a week. 7 days times 24 hours, which is 168 hours. If you deduct 40 hours for work and 56 hours for sleep, you have 72 hours left. So if you deduct 3 hours per day, which is 21 hours for getting ready and traveling to and fro work, that leaves you with 51 hours of spare time to do whatever you want. If you invest 2 hours per day back into yourself, 14 hours per week, you still have 37 hours left over. That's an average of more than 5 hours per day for free time. All you need to do is devote 2 hours each day to move you from average performance to superior performance at whatever you choose to do. In my next video, that is part 2, I will be explaining the 7 steps to get to the top. That is a 1000% formula. Don't miss it. So please don't forget to subscribe down below and click on the bell icon to receive alerts as well. Until we meet in my next awesome talk, I'm Dr. Caroline Pritish with you on Learn with Carol.